Benaflor. Saan ba yung mga barangay dito? So, after a while, lipat ka na naman ng ibang lugar, lipat. Now, after, let's say, 3 years, pwede kang bumalik doon sa dati mong pinuntahan kasi, baka nag-replenish na ang lahat ng resources na pwedeng makuha doon. But the point is, you still need to travel to search for food. Okay? Couple that to your need for locations for settlement. Siyempre, if you say that this particular group is a nomadic group, di man pwede nga pwede silang gumawa ng tent, tapos dalhin nila pag umalis sila, set up nila ulit, and so on. Okay? So they have to find food, and they have to find better locations for settlement. So they would look for an area where they could see their surroundings clearly to avoid predators. Now they have to be near enough to the body of water where they can get water for drinking and do whatever they want to do domestically. And they have to be protected to the elements. So you have to travel and you have to navigate. Okay? So as simple as looking at or finding your bearing, halimbawa, pumunta kami doon sa itong side na to, sinundan lang namin ang this particular constellation, this particular star. That's navigation. Now, transportation could be as simple as walking or running, no, on foot. Transportation on foot. Pwede silang gumawa ng simple caravan, no? They could create boats, for example, no, to navigate or to transport themselves and their belongings through the body of water, like rivers, streams, and navigation. Navigation meaning finding your way through the environment, no, from one place to another. Okay, okay. Today we travel by motorized vehicles. Tama? Although some people still walk, some people ride bikes. No, simple bicycles, but a motor, right? An engine, internal combustion engine. Okay? You also travel by plane. No? So for example, if you want to go from Takurong to Jensan, you have to travel and you have to navigate. Hindi man pwedeng hindi mo alam kung saan papuntang Jensan. Right? All the things that you experience today were product of several millennia of innovation. No? One invention leading to another. Okay? So again, transportation and navigation is very important in the development of our society. Next, you have communication and record keeping. Communication and record keeping. It's also very crucial for them to communicate with each other. Right? Now, for example, if you're a group of people walking through the forest, no, you have to be alert and you have to give signals to the members of your group. Kung sambawa, oy, naay ko andra, naay tiger sa gilid, no? Be careful and so on. So they have to be able to communicate with each other. Okay? Usually, at first, through sound. They could just talk, they could yell, they could produce sound that would mean specific thing. That's how language was formed. Huh? So people, based on our biology, we could create sounds, different sounds, that could mean different things. Okay? The problem with oral communication, the problem with oral communication is that it only will be preserved temporarily. Tama? Halimbawa, if you give a secret to, let's say, meron kang crush, okay? Tapos gusto mo talagang maging secret lang yon. Ikaw lang ang nakakaalam, pero hindi mo mapigilan, kwento mo sa best friend mo. Okay? You told your best friend that, oy, crush na ako, si Kuan, ganito, ganyan. Okay. Now, pag namatay ang best friend mo, at namatay ka, may makakaalam pa ba na crush mo si ganito, ganyan? Wala na, no? What if nakalimutan niya na sinabi mo yon? What if nakalimutan mo na crush mo siya? So that particular information is already lost forever. It's a persevere all throughout time. That's why you have to devise a way to communicate, and that communication, that information can be passed on forever. Okay? That's why we invented writing. Because if you can write something to, let's say, clay tablets, cuneiform writings, hieroglyphs, cave writings, then even if you die, that particular artifact will still remain, and the information will be preserved. So it's a form of also record keeping. So it's important for people to communicate, but it's also important for us to keep records. Right? That's why we have books. That's why we have data banks, because we cannot always rely on our ability to talk and remember things. Have you played the game Pass the Message?
Yes po, sir.
Parlor game. The parlor game na, no? So you have, let's say, group of 10, for example, tapos maglinya mo, tapos the message will be given to the first person in front, and the person in front will give it to the next person, and so on. What do you think, what usually happens doon sa 10th person? Ano usually yung nasasabi niyang information? Is it still exactly the same with the information given by the first person, Arol, based on experience?
Na-alter na po yung original message pagdating doon sa last person, sir.
Yes, usually,
Nagkamali po yung...
na-alter yung message. Nagkakamali na, di ba? Why? Because, meron pa bang sort of resemblance doon sa original message? Probably yes. Depende naman sa memory ng mga groupmates mo. But the reality is, as that particular very simple parlor games exhibits the parang danger of just using oral communication. Okay? Kasi pag oral communication, kung sino yung nagli-listen, the one who listens, the one who is given the information, okay, might get the information 100% or not. Now, if the person got, let's say, just 90% of the information, the original information, and he passes it to the next person or the next group of people, tapos yung next group of people nakuha 80% lang from the 90 and so on, after, let's say, 100 years, the information is altered. That's why we have myths, we have legends. I think personally, based on the things that I've heard, read, and whatnot, myths and legends obviously started with facts. Pretty sure of that. Okay? Pero through time, dahil wala naman talagang, most of the myths and legends don't have physical evidences, only mga kwento-kwento, nagkakaroon ng alteration sa information. So it's very important for us to communicate, but also to have some sort of record keeping. That's why we invented writing. Now, you could write in your phones. You could send message No? And pwedeng ma-screenshot yan at ma-record na. Okay? So be very careful today. So, what will communication record keeping provide? Facilitate trade. Ano yung trade? Kaya bang mag-barter? No? If you have two groups of people, ang isa produce og, let's say, mais, ang isa produce og manok. Okay? So, let's say nag-usap sila, oy, every full moon magbigay ka sa akin ng isang sakong mais, bigyan kita ng 5 manok. Before the next full moon, nagbigay na silang 3. So, na-record mo na. So, it facilitates trade. It prevents conflict. In conflict resolution, ano ang unang sinasabi? Kailangan ng diplomatic relations. For example, in our case, in the West Philippine Sea, no? Obviously, if you watch the news, no? Alam niyo na may problema sa West Philippine Sea, di ba? Ano problema natin doon? Problema natin ang Nikos, anong problema natin sa West Philippine Sea?
Sa territory po, sir, agawan ng territory.
Agawan ng territory natin with China and the rest of the Southeast Asian countries, no? Well, yes, okay, that's right, no? Pero kung si BBM ang pa-ignore mo, no? We are not really trying to contest the area, the West Philippine Sea, because that's ours. Sila ang gustong umagaw. Tayo atin yan, something like that. But the point is, can you imagine if we don't communicate with China? We don't do diplomatic talks. We don't do meetings with China. Baka na-invade na tayo. Militarily speaking, we cannot beat China. China became too powerful. Okay? So, communication is a good way to prevent conflict. Pag nag-away ang mga anak, no? Pwede mag-usap muna ang mga nanay, tatay para lang ma-stop ang conflict. Okay? Diplomacy. So communication, it prevents conflict. And obviously, you can document places and establish identities. Right? Of course, you're familiar with the ancient Egyptian civilization. No? They left us with the pyramids, the great pyramids of Giza, and all the relics that they had. Okay? Although we cannot, no one alive has seen them prospered before, because they prospered 4,500 to 2,000 years ago, no? But the things that they left, now, gave us the idea on how they lived, how they conduct their business, their daily lives, no? So documents that were left as relics of the past gave us a good, some sort of indication of how they went with their daily lives. No? Although 100% hindi natin alam kung paano nila ginagawa ang araw-araw ng buhay. Okay? We are just naiwan. Okay? And lastly for today, mass production. Mass production, no, technology to increase food supplies and other survival needs. This is where agriculture comes in. Because as I've said earlier, if you are just a hunting and gathering society, you are very much prone to exploitation, not too much exploitation of the environment. Okay? So for you to have food security, you have to increase your food supply, no, mass production. That's why we have now agriculture. Today, obviously not. Most of the things that you eat today are being grown by other people who produce it in mass. Usually, binibenta nyo, di ba? Karamihan sa mga nagpa-farm. Halimbawa, mag-farm ka og talong. Okay? Isa lang baka, okay? At hindi mo naman makakain lahat yan. So, kailangan mo siyang ibenta para makagkaroon ka ng profit so that you will have you can do it again the next cropping season. No? So, mass production ang kailangan natin. Ang balita ngayon, siyempre, no, kung nakikinig sa balita, no, hanggang ngayon, may problema tayo sa supply ng onion and other fish species, no, in the market. And these are all problems of mass production. That's why we have to always import the farm products, farm produce. No? If only we could mass produce for our own consumption, mas better sana ang Pilipinas. And I think the government hopefully is doing what they are saying, no, of trying to come up with things or solution on how to increase our food supply. Para dito sige import. Ang problema sa importation kasi, pag nagkulang din yung product para sa sariling consumption ng importer, syempre isa-stop niya ang pag-export niya. Saan ka kayo kukuha? Gutom ka ngayon. No? That's the problem of mass production. Okay? So it's almost 11:30. I think we have to end here for now. When is our next class? Kasi tomorrow I think is holiday. Tama ba? Next week na, ano? For STS?
Yes po, next
Yes, sir.
week.
If that's the case, medyo, I will just give you siguro mga something to read on kasi by next week, I'll be out for a workshop from Monday to Wednesday. So, I'll just keep you posted kung ano ang gagawin niyo for next week. Okay lang? Kasi walang masyadong signal doon sa Lake Cebu. So, I'll be out together with some of the faculty members here. Okay? So, for now, that's it. Kindly open your camera. I'll just take a screenshot for the attendance of everybody. Okay. I'll see you again later naman, di ba? Sa Annual Chem, no? Tama ba? Anong oras yun? Alas 2, alauna?
Yes po, sir.
Anong oras tayo sa Annual Chem?
1, 2, 3 po.
1 to 2:30 po yung sa schedule.
We'll see you later at 1. 1 to 2:30. Oh, sige. Okay, medyo mahina ang signal so wala atang nag-open ng cam. No problem. Sige. I'll take a screenshot now. Kay Nikos lang nakikita ko. Di bale, no problem. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Thank you very much. I'll see you again later, okay? Take your lunch now.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.